made it back to Iowa. Working on the shed video for the first week here. Drove all night from the Great American Outdoor Show so we can make it back to Iowa. We can do some shed hunting here before I have to go back to work tomorrow. Excited to get back here. We're gonna put boots on the ground today. Hopefully we'll find some sheds. So I'm on the first farm today. I'm just doing a quick walkthrough, doing on the field edges here because I've been putting corn out here on this farm. I'm not gonna go deep into the timbers, just wanna check a couple spots close to where I've been putting corn out. And then after that, we're gonna go to a farm that's a little bit more, that has more chance of getting hit by somebody else. I just wanna make sure that if there is anything that's out here that's easy to see, that I'm getting it. Also, keep an eye out for the giveaway shed. That's gonna be staged at some point in the video. There will be one winner. It's the first person to comment the time that that shed is in the video. If you win, your comment will be pinned at the top. There will only be one winner. So if somebody comments on yours and says that you won, it's likely a spam. So do not fall for any of the scams. We've seen that in the past. Here we go. Shed season 2024, week 2. So I just came down across this gully right here. You can see I've been doing some TSI up here. The only reason I'm saying that is because when I came down across this gully right here, I come up, I see a fresh pedicle right here. Look at that. First one of the day. Within 30 minutes, let's go. How about that? Look at that. That's the first shed of today. Nice 5-point. Just coming right down here. He must have been coming down, crossing that gully, going up through here. And then there's a nice food source up over the top here. So he likely was going to that. Let's go. Hopefully we can get some more. All right, it's been a little bit here. We're actually not that far from where I found the last shed. I walked around that food source and kind of came down along the creek just to see if there's any deadheads. And as I was coming down along the creek, I finally make it to the south end of this food source. There's a nice south-facing slope. And as I'm coming up, I come up on this shed. Awesome looking shed, nice color, sweet brow tine. Look at that. Definitely recognize that deer. So that's number 2 for today. Let's keep moving. There's another EHD deadhead. Look at that, down the creek. Yep, there's another one. I'm putting the shed down here. There's another deadhead from EHD. Down there in the creek. Oh, that's nasty. Shouldn't have done that. Oh well. That sucks. So I haven't even made it like 30 yards. That other buck that I just found dead is just right over that bank right there. I can already see, I can see there's a dead deer right here. So here is another deer dead within 30 yards of that other one I just found. This looks like it's a doe. You can see the head right there. As I'm coming up here on the south facing bank, you can still see this is that area where I'm doing that TSI. Got ourselves a shed right here. Very nice. That's the other side. The one I found earlier. Check this out. You betcha, son. Little baby match set. So there we have it. That's number 8 on the year. Bingo. Hopefully we can find a few more. Came up on this right here. It's got to be a pretty old glass bottle here. It's pretty big. We're just coming up. I came around this field edge here. This one stands out so easily. I mean, look at that thing. Right here on a nice field edge. Not super fresh. I mean, there's no wax ring to it, but it's on this field edge, so maybe that's why the squirrels haven't gotten to it too bad yet, or even the mice for that matter. Like I said, I'm just looking to hit the rest of these field edges, and then we're gonna move over to another farm. Otherwise, like I really, after finding this, I kind of want to dive in and see if we can find the other side. But we gotta prioritize where it makes the most sense here. Yes, sir, ladies and gents. It don't get any easier than this. Check this out. There's the other side. It's gotta be the other side, the one I just found, like 100 yards from here. Yes, it is. Look at that. Bingo. Here's the other side. Look at those nice cedars, nice native grass. Transitions out to a food source. Makes a lot of sense here. So that's the second match set of the day. We got 5 antlers today. We're up to 10. And we have 2 match sets today. Well, I was looking down in this gully right here, and I saw something I thought looked like a crazy looking antler, like a really wide 4-point or something. So it got me to pull up my binos, and it actually looks like it's a rib cage. I got a clear view on it now. It's a doe. Straight down there. Damn. Just way too bad, man. Way too bad. Haha, yes! Coming up on one right now. I can see the pedicle from here. It stands out like an absolute sore thumb. I was just picking up some firewood, stacking it up so I can come pick it up later on another date. And then I'm gonna head out of here. But I can't miss out on this. Yes, please be the buck I think it is. Please be the buck I think it is. It's not the buck I thought it was, but it is a good buck. It's a really good buck. Let's go. Yes! I didn't think that buck was over here. Wow! Let's go. Heck yeah. I didn't think that buck came that far over here. Man, these deer, their patterns have really changed this year compared to past years. Boom, baby, look at that thing. That is an awesome shed. Nice 5-point. I thought it was a different 5-point off of a deer I passed in early muzzleloader, but dude, I'm so happy I found this. I think what happened was all the deer died from EHD, and then he started to show up more. He used to live, I'm pretty sure he used to live on a different farm, like further from here. And like I found one of his sheds on the edge of this farm last year, and I think what's happened is because a lot of the deer have died, you know, there's just this deer displacing. And yes, let's go. I honestly wasn't sure if he died or if he dropped early because he, like, I had a lot of pictures of him on a food source that is pretty far from here, and he disappeared. And I figured he either age dropped early or maybe got shot in the late season, but I'm glad to find out that he didn't get shot. I was actually kind of thinking with this one, for how late I had pictures of him, I was thinking he made it through, but I didn't think I'd find his shed over here. Actually, I thought this was gonna be a different 10-point. I'm really happy with that. Let's go. All right, guys, just made it to the second farm, and we've already been having like a way better day than I've ever expected. And you know, anything else at this point is just bonus. It just would be really nice if there are some antlers out here that, you know, we're not scooping up sloppy seconds like last year. But I forgot my GoPro, so I'll be filming this with my phone. Hopefully I have some reasons to film. Jeez Louise. I don't know how these deer get up this thing. Well, I finally just came up on the first deadhead. Not a deadhead, but it's a doe. Right here. Quick. Check this out. I finally thought I came up on a shed. This doesn't look like a shed. It actually looks like it's broken off. Look at that. You know what? I think it was broken off in velvet for how hollow it feels. It's like really, really light. Spongy. Yeah, that was in velvet. And I actually think I have pictures of this deer, because I have a picture of a deer that's got a really heavy 4-point side, and then his other side just like a brow tine. And I couldn't tell if it was broken, but this makes a lot of sense. This would be off of that deer. So, must have busted it off in velvet, damaged it or something. Well, at least we know we're not missing antlers, I guess. Whatever you want to call it. Likely EHD. It's another one. I tell you what, for how much I've walked, oh, there's another dead deer over there. I tell you what, for how much I've walked this year, or for how many times I've walked this and not found a shed, I'm telling you, there's gotta be a neighbor who's sitting on the holy grail of antlers in this area. Or I've just been getting the shaft as far as sloppy seconds over the past couple of years. Well, I just came up on another scrub buck here. Like the EHD as well. It's kind of a neat guy. Huh. I'll be damned. Alright guys, I've been looking here a while after work. Just came down this path right here. I've only been looking for about an hour, but I'm hitting a farm. I'm just checking the fence lines here. And then I decided to come down and look at this pond. As I did it, come up here, and it looks like we got a nice shed right here, right next to the scrape. Oh, chewed up pretty good. Oh man, no way. No way. That's, are you kidding me? This shed is off of a deer that I had pictures of last year, and I was really wanting to find his sheds. I never did. And I walked this farm, I walked it thoroughly. I'm gonna have to check my map. I tracked everywhere I walked on this farm last year. I can't believe that. I remember walking like right in this area last year or close by. And he dropped early last year because I remember my dad filmed him in the late season with only one antler. I looked at the map and I basically walked everywhere around this. I grid searched a really nice south facing slope just behind me, walked up along this fence line that's just to the north of me, and I just, right here in this little section, I didn't search. It's like a one big bubble of an area that I didn't touch. And of course, that's where this one laid. Man, I really wanted to find his sheds last year. There was another buck I really wanted to find his sheds, and I thought that they might be over here. That's why I was really covering this farm thoroughly. Gosh, I can't believe that. Just goes to show that even though you think you cover it all, you really didn't. Oh, that sucks, man. Yeah, I'll take it. Definitely not this year's though. It's too old to be this year. Getting back towards the truck here, not too far from it. Came up on an EHD deadhead on the way back. It's too bad. I'm gonna be a fool not to believe it's an EHD deadhead. Got cricks right here. Yeah, definitely EHD. All right, I just got a boatload of corn out here. I don't even know how much that is. But if I was a deer, I'd be plenty pleased with what I'm seeing right now. So, if there is any deer holding their antlers, hopefully they find it soon. Hopefully I don't push them too far away here when I go do my quick look. And hopefully we can walk away with a few antlers today. Oh, came up on the deadhead. An old one. Go. Well, first find on the new farm. Deadhead all the way up here in the CRP. I can see him from a good ways out because the antler's thicker than the rest of the CRP grass and it's white. This is a nice 9-point right out of velvet. You can see he's still stained here from the velvet. Huh. Let's hope we don't find any more of those and we find antlers. Holy cow, I was just up here thinking about like, God, am I really looking in the right spot? There's just a road right here. And I was looking down there, I'm like, what the hell's that? It's like a little underground, must be a little passageway for drainage underneath the road. I don't even know why, but then all of a sudden, like, I completely missed this thing. Look, right down there. It's still in velvet. Oof. Yeah, that's no good. Yeah, that'd been a nice one. That'd been a nice one. Really could say, you could call it EHD, but we're also right next to a road, so I mean, could be anything at that point. It's too bad. That deer really looks like it had some potential. Flyer off its base. Split G2 over here, nice fours. Thick main beams. Don't know how old it was, but if it was young, that definitely had potential. So my first find on this farm, I think it's gonna be the best find of the year. Look at this. I thought it had to be a lead. There's no way. But it is. Oh, I gotta get a picture of that before I pull it out. That has got to be debatably my best find ever. It's like, there's no way. No way. It's got to be a lead. And nope, sure enough, I could see that this was chewed. Boom. Monster. Alright. That's the first shed on the new farm. Almost didn't find this guy because there's a tree laying on top of him.
Little EHD deadhead. Look at that. It's too bad. Another one bites the dust. Just came up on another one here. Another old one here. So 2 old ones. I'll be dang. Must be in the historical hotspot here. Working on this creek bottom. Went into work really early today so I could get off early and go out and do a little bit of shed hunting. Because I'll be up in Des Moines tomorrow and Saturday watching my little brother Easton wrestle at the Iowa State tournament. He's been doing really well, and he'll be wrestling not only tomorrow but also on Saturday. So as happy as I am to see him do this well, it does take away from shed hunting time. So that's why I went into work really early today. Hopefully we can go out and find a few tonight before the sun goes down. So what I'm having for lunch today, just to help spare time, is I had to make a quick pit stop. Got some Lunchables and some chocolate milk. Lunch of champions right there, baby. Because we've just gotten a little bit of snow, what I'm gonna do is, the sun's been out all day. It's melted it a little bit, but it's really melted on the south facing slope. So that's where I'm gonna target where I'm looking here for the remainder of the day. Walking in the timber, when you have like a dusting of snow like this, makes it a little bit harder than what it would normally be. So that's why we're just gonna focus on the south facing slopes where all the snow is melted. Hopefully we can find some here before the day's up, but we don't have much time left in the day. And I don't really have that high of expectations, but you never know unless you try, so. Just coming down off that south facing slope up on top there. It's a nice drop down right here where they got some nice thermal cover, nice path right here, and I can see white tines sticking up along this path. Pretty nice here. Last year's. That's cute. It's an old one, probably a late dropper from last year, but we'll take it. Good deal. Hopefully we can find some fresh ones now. All right, it wasn't too far from where I just found this shed. It was coming up this bank right here. And I was actually looking back down along this creek here. See if I can see a deadhead. And I come up and bingo. Got another shed. Look at that, 2 sheds. This one's definitely this year's. It's a cute little thing. But yeah, must have been just coming down off this creek and going up into the same area this shed was in. So good deal. Look at that. Nice little tight 3-point. That's kind of cool. This is awesome. This is awesome. I was just standing back here, coming up along that fence line. You know, look down out and across this timber, and I see 2 things that stick up out of the woods, and they look like branches. I'm like, there's no way it's tines. I pull the vine nose, and it's definitely tines. I come up closer. I'm like, it's a nice antler. You know, I can't even believe it. It's off the buck that I call Turbo. I am so pumped right now. The last time I saw him was the last day of archery season, and he was like the only buck that was like, had some serious potential, that had made it that far. And I thought he was dead because the last time I saw him was the last day of archery, and now I see he's alive. He just must have shedded his antlers early, or he just was out of the area. But oh my gosh, that's definitely him. The reason I know it's him is because he's got that split brow tine. He's got split brow tines on both sides. Holy cow. What an awesome find. When you think of deer's dead and then he's alive, no way. You're in a picture perfect tine. You know, tine's up right here. Looks like he's coming down along this trail here in the timber. He's gonna go down through that bedding area and out to his food source. This is actually pretty close to where I found his antlers last year. That is the best shed that I think I'll find this year. Look at that bad boy. Oh boy, I hope we find his other side. But yeah, that is so cool because I thought he was dead. And now here I am finding out he's alive. Let's go. Stud. Put on so many inches this year. I can't wait to go back and show you guys how it actually his antlers looked last year. But I can't think of a better way to end today before we head up to Des Moines to watch Easton wrestle. Put on as many inches as he did from last year to this year, he's gonna be a hell of a buck next year. So I'm gonna look around for his other side while we still got light. But if I don't find the other side, I wanna thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and also hit the bell so you can be notified when we drop more videos. You want to keep an eye out for the giveaway shed. Like I said, the winner, I will pin the winning comment in the comment section. There's only one winner. I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. Hopefully we can find some more this year, but that's a big win for me right there.